Hello everyone, my name is Havian and today I'll be sharing my first impressions of Strea, the first new character for Fractured Daydream for owners of the Character Pass Volume 1 or the Moment of Infinity DLC. This DLC includes the character Strea and a new quest line that revolves around her. It also includes a few weapons that seem to either be non-elemental with resistance bonuses or add to the missing weapon elements for a few of the existing characters, and it also includes a few additional cosmetic focus items. In addition to the DLC, the game was also updated to add the Skull Reaper Tempest Extreme Boss Raid. But the catch is that the raid is only available in 3-hour time slots. It was originally 1-hour time slots, but the time was quickly increased to 3 hours based on the feedback from players. According to the development team, roughly 2.6% of players currently meet the level 90 entry requirements, so the time slots were understandably done to funnel those people into the raids to keep the matchmaking active. This extreme event raid is only currently scheduled to run for this weekend in October, but it was noted that it will also be returning in November and December, so hopefully they'll release an expanded schedule that shows more than just one weekend. This update also added a Lucky Charm pack to the store. These can be purchased with money or by using the tickets that we obtain by completing the challenges in the trial tab. At the moment, we can only obtain 2 tickets through gameplay, so unless an additional source of them is provided, those tickets should probably be saved for the outfits instead. If they've added a dedicated category for items, then we can most likely expect more paid items to come in the future. But I feel like I should dedicate a full video to my concerns and feedback for this game. So for now, let's get back to the DLC. The main purpose of this DLC is the addition of the playable character Strea, so for now I'd only recommend getting it if you plan on playing as her. But I'll show you my progress in the game so far, and I'll show you some gameplay of her to help you decide if she's worth using. So just keep in mind that this version of Strea that I'll be using is at rank 1 with a rank 1 weapon. So for this video I won't be demonstrating her full potential, just my first impressions of her. So I've made quite a bit of progress since the last time you guys saw me on stream. I wanted to get a bit further into the game before I started making more videos and before I started streaming again. So now I am rank 100. I've actually done the grind, I've made it through, I've reached the cap, and now it's time for me to actually get back to making videos and doing streams. There's still a few more things that I need to do. I need to unlock all of the character's passive skills, but I have actually unlocked quite a few so far. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I don't actually have any weapons for Strea. I've just got her level 1 one that she starts off with, but since I have been using a few other tank characters, at the very least I have some accessories that I can give to her to kind of help her with a bit of survivability, because I'm gonna jump into free roam to test the character out and see what she can do. But I have got around to unlocking the majority of the character's passive skills, so eventually I'll be able to test out all of these on the different characters. I did want to get around to making guides for each of the characters, but before I do that, I need to unlock all of their abilities so I can actually try them on different characters, since it'll be pretty irresponsible of me to try making guides for characters when I haven't actually tested all of the options that are available to them. So once I've got the final few options unlocked, then I can get around to doing that. But in Strea's case, let's go and take a look at some of her skills. So anyone that's had, I'm pretty sure she must have been available in everyone's game to take a look at, or at the very least anyone that already had the DLC on their account, but she was there as a locked character from release. So you were able to actually take a look at her skills and see what they do. Her advanced skills are going to revolve around charging up her attacks to do additional damage or to modify the way the skills work. She also, just like every other character, has basic skills that she can use by holding down the basic and heavy attack buttons and normal combo strings just like any other character. But the interesting thing about her heavy attack, which I will show you in a second, is the fact that it does gap close. So she does play a little bit like almost like a hybrid between Agil and Heathcliff. But I will go into more detail when I get into a quest to actually show you how she works. So let's go ahead and jump into free roam so you can see how she is. She is a tank character, so she is going to be more defensive than other characters. So that's one of the reasons why for her passive skills, I've given her Guts, which is a skill that comes from Klein. You will increase your attack after taking some damage, so she's going to be hit while she's charging her attacks. She does have a move that can let her absorb HP, which I will show you as well. But for now, just to test her out, I have put Guts on her. I haven't tried out any of the other ones, but Guts is what I'm going to be using just for now to test her out. But her skill, the passive skill that she actually has, is called Full Charge. And it says advanced skills that are chargeable gain a damage buff when fully charged. Charge Strike, a special effect, changes the advanced skills effect while also gaining a damage buff. This is going to be useful for characters that can charge their abilities, and from the description it seems like it's still going to work on the weapons, on legendary weapon special effects that give certain advanced skills an additional charge to them. I haven't tested that, but based on the description, that's how it seems like it will work. But let me jump into free roam so you can actually see what she can do. Equipment wise, I have pretty much nothing weapon wise. So she's going to be going into free roam using a level 1 weapon. It's not ideal. I should be using a weapon that's appropriate to her level, but this is just for testing. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay. So her basic combos. Let's see if I can like just not go near Heathcliff. So basic combos, we got a basic attack string. Pretty standard. It's kind of what you would expect. Heavy attack string. Has a launcher at the end of it. And then we can just mix them. We can like mix a combo up. Depending on the combo you do, it's either going to be doing like knockdowns or launches to the enemy. But that's not the focus of like what I want to show you today. It's more the advanced skills that she's got assigned to her palette. Whoa, no, before we do that, this is why I say that she's almost like she's almost got like a bit of Heathcliff in her. And other characters that are like chasers, I would call them. So you've got characters like Kirito, Asuna, Heathcliff, the Administrator, characters that have a charge gap closing move that can keep you on target while you're in the air. So you can almost do like an infinite combo loop while in midair. She's another character that seems to be able to do something like that, so you don't even need to hit the ground. So on bosses like the Sword Golem, as long as you're targeting the middle of its... I wouldn't want to call it its crotch, because it doesn't really have one, but the point in the middle of in the middle of its torso, in between its legs, if you lock onto that point, you can stay on target for the whole fight pretty much, without even landing on the ground, unless it like runs out of range. So the characters that are really good for that fight are characters that can chase the enemy and stay in midair like I'm doing right now with Strea. So she's going to be another character that I reckon will be really good for that fight, along with characters like Kirito, Asuna, Heathcliff, like the characters that I mentioned earlier. So that is those are pretty much just her basic attacks. Now we're going to go into her advanced skills. You can charge her advanced skills up. So I'm going to go ahead and use her. Let's go and take a look at the actual skill names. So we've got Strike Disaster, which if you hold it down, it builds up the power to do more damage. We have Chaos Dominion, which you can charge up, and from the looks of it, it seems like it increases the radius of the skill the longer you charge it for. So it creates an area around the player where HP is absorbed while attacking, and enemies receive minor damage and are launched into the air. And then we have a Demolition Storm. This is a spinning attack where she just spins her sword around and attacks enemies within range. Hold down the button for longer to charge up and deal more damage. I will show you something about... I played Strea for like 5 minutes prior to this inside of free roam, so I kind of got a basic gist of how she kind of works. But Strike Disaster has 2 different forms to it, I guess I could say. So let's start off with Strike Disaster. So I'm going to go ahead and charge it up. So that's the first charge. Let's do Strike Disaster on the first charge, and then we'll do Strike Disaster on the second charge once it like fully recharges. But I'm gonna go ahead and like do this second move. Let's do that on one charge. So we have that one. That's that charge. I want to see. I'm gonna do it again because I want to see if the radius increases if I do it again, or if like the duration increases if I do it again. And then we're gonna do the spin on the first charge. Okay, so that does 7 hits. I need to keep that in mind. That does 7 hits on just 1 charge. So that's what all of the skills look like by just charging them up 1 level. So let's go ahead and like charge this to 2 levels now. There we go. So that's maximum charge for her at the moment. So it does a bit more damage, or it seems like it does actually a lot more damage. And then I'm gonna go ahead and like show you another way that this skill can be used after it's fully recharged. But let me go ahead and use the, what is it? Is it Chaos Domain? Yeah, commit Chaos Dominion. Let's use Chaos Dominion with a full charge. And let's see if it actually increases the radius of it, or maybe the duration. Okay, that actually does look a bit bigger. And when you hit the enemies, you drain the health from them. So you can probably slap this down and then go into your spin and then just suck up even more damage. I'm losing health each time I use an advanced skill because of a trait that I have on my legendary equipment. So you don't need to worry too much about my health going down. Okay, that actually done more hits and lasted a bit longer. But this is what I want to show you with the first skill. So you saw what it looked like when you done it on the ground. Here's another thing you can do with them. You can unlike a lot of other characters that have charge skills, with this one, with Strea, you can freely move when you're using them, and you can also jump when you're using them when you're charging them as well. But if you use this skill in mid-air, it actually changes into a spin. So even though you can use it on the ground, it has like a slam attack. This one, if you use it in mid-air, it does change the way it works. Let's go ahead and see if this can also be changed in mid-air. I know you can release it in mid-air, but I don't know if it actually does anything, or if she just goes slamming back down to the ground. Okay, she just like pummels back down to the ground and uses it. And then the spin, let's charge it up and then jump and see if that actually does anything. She just falls slowly to the ground when using it. But like I said before, you can probably merge or use the Chaos Dominion and then use the spin to like get health from a lot of enemies if you've got them gathered up within the area of the health absorption. But let's go ahead and use her ultimate as well since we're here, since it's fully charged. Smashing. Alright, so now we need to go and take a look at her Hollow Drive, which is a unique skill. So activate when the gauge is full. Activate to provoke enemies while giving yourself the following buffs. Reduce charge time, reduce damage taken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out into the world and I'm going to go ahead and charge up my unique gauge so we can see how much of a difference it makes to the charge speed of her skills. I got disconnected while trying to charge up my meter, so you're going to have to enjoy a change of scenery. Now we're fighting inside of this area. What I can do though is I can try giving this boss a fight and see how well Strea does against this. But just keep in mind, my weapon is level 1, so don't expect the big damages to come out. But at the very least, I can like see how well she operates when fighting against the boss. I'm not going to be on my own though, because it does seem like someone else is going to be fighting alongside me. Nice, perfect block. Let's do an ultimate. Nice, it's an Yu-Gi-Oh I'm working with here. Let's see if we can get another charge off. Oh, chain finish. Can we get it in there? I'm going to put this domain down and hopefully Yu-Gi-Oh can make use of it as well. Alright, dragon's down. It was only a level 69 one. It's not like it was too high. But I'm going to go ahead and finish off some more mobs inside of the area to hopefully charge. Let's slap on this critical damage. To hopefully charge up my unique skill so I can actually show you how it works. But with a level 1 weapon, I'm definitely not doing the amount of damage that you would expect from someone who's rank 100 or a Strea that's rank 100. So don't take this damage that you're seeing here as Strea's normal damage output. When I find a real weapon, I'm pretty sure it'll be much higher, but for now, let's just go ahead and just use what we have as a demonstration. Another thing that I noticed with the heavy attack, the charged heavy attack, it does seem like it does it, as long as I'm standing on level ground and not on floor that's uneven, it does seem like it hits headshot. It hits enemies' heads or weak points that are kind of like the same height as me fairly often. As you can kind of see, I'm not on even ground, so it's a lot harder to notice. But you will see that I'm getting like weak hits every now and then against these enemies. Okay, so let's activate this, a unique skill, and then start charging up as skills to see how long it takes. Okay, that was very quick for a full charge. And again, very quick for a full charge. And again, that's a big difference. I'm going to deactivate it now so I don't waste any of the additional charge. But yeah, that was actually a massive difference. I can see Strea ending up being one of... Because she feels very, very smooth to play. She's going to end up being one of the easiest characters to get into for people that just want to play a two-handed character or more of like a berserker style character. That is just very, very simple to play. I reckon she's going to be one of the easiest to pick up and play characters in the game at the moment. And still being able to perform really well while doing it. Why is this orc running away? Where is it going? Okay, now we've got his attention. I had to do like a chase attack. But where is it going? What is it chasing? Okay, now it's I think it's like gone back to his spawn point. So let me go over here and fight these enemies, and then I'll go into like the level 90 area and see what we can find inside of there. Hopefully I can find some new weapons. I won't be able to use them until after I've restarted the quest, but at the very least I'll be able to just like find something so I can get straight started. Or better yet, what I will do at the end of this video is I'll show myself doing my my Lisbeth gacha to roll for some new weapons. And then hopefully we'll get a tank weapon that is for Strea. We can at least do that right. Can see if I can give myself an early start. If we can get a legendary, perfect. Let me go ahead and move away from these mobs, because I don't really need to fight them. I want to see if I can find like another boss in this area down here. But so far, Strea actually feels like a very fun character to play. I will probably stream myself playing as Strea over the weekend, since now I'm going to get back into stream. By then, I'll be like prepared to get myself going, because I need to finish off unlocking the passive skills for the other two characters, or the other three characters that I need to do. So I still need to finish unlocking the passive skill for Death Gun. I still need to get the one for Yuki. And I think there was one more. Oh, and I guess, yeah, I think it's just those two that I have left. I finished Sinon, so it's just those two. Once I've got those out of the way, then I can get back to making content again. Or I can get back to streaming again, specifically. Let's see if we can like activate this. I want to see if the ultimate is affected by this at all. So let's see if I can gather all these mobs together and then ult. Well, then again, my ultimate doesn't have a charge, so it wouldn't really be affected by that. But let's see if my jumping move. Missed most of the hits, but I got it instantly recharged again. That's not from the skill, it's probably from a trait that I've got on my equipment. Alright. But yeah, so far, Strea feels like a really fun character. She's very, very smooth to play. I know a lot of people had complaints about some characters feeling very janky early on in the game, or when they first started playing, but Strea just feels very, very smooth. She kind of does what you would expect a character like her to do. Like the Berserker style was Berserker like Greatsword Warrior style character. And that is exactly how Strea plays. You kind of get what's on the box. I need to find her a better weapon so I can actually see what she's like for real. Dog. So I can actually see what she's like for real. Or when she's at like maximum potential or max power. But for now, in terms of just like her moveset and the way she plays, she feels really good. It does feel like they've put a little bit of extra care into this character. Or you can kind of tell which characters feel like they were designed a bit later than others. Let's see if we can actually do a launch combo with her. Is there anything... Can she actually do a launch follow-up? That's what I want to see. There's like a little bit of a delay after she does a launch. She doesn't jump straight away, so I don't know if I can actually do that. Or it will probably take a little bit of practice if I do want to launch an enemy into the air. She's like, it takes there's a bit of a delay. It doesn't seem like she's gonna be a ground-based fighter like a lot of the other characters. But yeah, Strea is pretty good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get myself a legendary weapon from the daily gacha. Now, Agil, I've been good to you, okay? I've geared you up, I've leveled you up, given you some nice glasses, so be kind to me. Give me something I can use on Strea, I'm begging you. I did find a sword at the end of the frame roam, so I can probably use that as a fire sword since I've started making my elemental loadouts. So at the very least, I have one weapon I can use on her. So you've got that. It's a level 79 because I got it from a level 79 section of the area. So at least I can use it, but it's not ideal. I want something over level 95 ideally, or at best 100, level 100. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to take a risk. Usually I split my roles between multiple sections. I'll go for the different classes, but I'm gonna put everything into fighter and tank and just hope I get some Strea legendaries. 340k, let's go. Create 100 items. Okay, Elizabeth and Agil. Bless me. Okay, we got one purple. Are you seriously gonna do me like this game? Oh, okay, we got a legendary. We've got a legendary weapon. That could be for anyone though. We have one legendary weapon. It can be for fighter or tank. Do not give me a Kirito sword. Give me a Strea sword. Damn. I mean, I'll take it. Damn it, it's not what I wanted though. I'll keep it though. I will keep it. But yeah, that is Strea. She's pretty fun. I need to spend some more time playing around with her. But so far, she's a nice character. This weekend, I'll get around to playing as her or doing some streaming. We'll get back to like doing some community multiplayer like we did over, what was it, like a week or two ago? But I had to focus on leveling the characters or getting all of their traits and stuff unlocked, because I know if I did all of that on stream, it would have taken a lot longer. So the faster I get out of the way, the faster I can just get back to making videos and stuff using characters that have things unlocked already. So it'll be easier for me to test things out if you were to ask me questions. But I will see you guys when that happens. I will be making some more videos very soon. But until I make those videos, here's another that you might find interesting.